let's talk some basketball.
So all you MMA people, go ahead, go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Just go.
Yeah. Anyway.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Just go.
Just
Bye.
beat it. See ya.
Because we're going to talk about basketball.
Now,
it's the sport where you put 10 black people in the court and you throw an orange ball out there and you tell 5 of them to put their ball in the other people's goal more times than the other one. That's basketball for you people who follow MMA.
Now, George, what was the subject that you want to talk about? Basketball.
Carmelo Anthony.
Because
my first question is, are the Knicks officially out of the playoffs? Or is the East that bad?
The Knicks are officially out of the playoffs, but the thing that I love about this is George is saying, where's Carmelo going to end? And I know he didn't have time to see the headlines that's going on right now. And I knew it was going to surprise him, that he would genuinely be surprised. But you know who's leaning towards the front office job now.
Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson.
But now, I listened to that on the radio. Now, here's my issue with that.
Mm-hmm.
And here's my issue with Phil Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
As a head coach, who have you made better? Exactly.
No, I think he's made a lot of people better.
I don't.
I think he made fucking definitely 100% Scottie Pippen better. I think that he made even Jordan better because Jordan did not do shit under Collins, and when Phil Jackson came to town, that's when he started winning championships. Those years prior, he didn't do much. And I think,
Without Jordan, without Kobe, and without Shaq, how many rings has he got?
Well, yeah, but this is the other thing. How many rings do they have without Phil? 0. That's the thing. See, it goes. Sometimes I sit back and think that too. Like, now this is the thing I always say. Would those guys have? How many rings could Popovich have if he had those kind of talent? But none of those guys have rings without Phil Jackson. So that's a big thing. Shaq.
LeBron does.
He just wants to fuck shit up, man, George.
No, but here's the other piece of the argument.
Mm-hmm.
Phil Jackson, great head coach. Can't deny it. You could argue it either way. I don't know, because like your argument you just brought up, I've never looked at it that way. I will give you that. Okay, +1 for you. Larry Bird, good front office guy?
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, good front office guy?
No.
Right. So why are we automatically assuming, just because this guy was a great coach, that he's going to be a great front office guy?
Well, Michael Jackson. Michael Jordan was never even a coach. See,
Didn't he try coaching? I thought he tried his hand at coaching first, and then went to ownership.
Sure went up the street?
Nah.
He coached one game and like,
right.
Michael, do you want to go in and help us?
And see, that's my problem.
I mean,
dude, Jackson is such a control freak.
Right.
And he's going to want things done so his way, he's going to have yes men around him. He's going to have somebody who's going to check him.
Right.
Like, and put him in check and be like, dog, no, we are not going to look at some Ukrainian 7'12" youngin'. It's not going to work.
I think he's been around great GMs with Jerry West, and he was had a great GM in Chicago, and he had a great one in Mitch Kupchak. But I think you're going to see him more like, first of all, he probably will coach. They're saying that he might coach that first year. He will probably end up being just like fucking
Bird.
No. What's wrong with me, man? Like former Lakers coach, Heat's GM, Pat Riley. He's going to end up being like Pat Riley. Now, everybody forgets that Pat Riley sat there and people are like, oh, well, Pat Riley can't be a GM. Pat Riley brought all the talent in. And he had a coach there in 2005, wasn't getting shit done. Pat Riley goes, I'm going to show you how it gets done. 2006, he coached the team. Championship. And then he said, think you can do it, Eric? Okay, I don't feel like doing this shit. Okay, so it preserves their life, and that's what Pat Riley's doing. I don't doubt that Pat Riley could come out of the fucking box right now and coach the Heat to a championship better than Eric.
Let me
because I don't know how to say his last name.
Spoelstra. Let me help you out real quick. Let me help you out real
shit.
quick.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ himself couldn't coach the New York Knicks to win a championship. You do understand that.
Right.
That team is so bad. Their talent is old. Carmelo Anthony is the black hole of athletes.
Well, no, this is the thing. This is the thing, though. But this is why this whole conversation got started. Like you said, where is Carmelo going to go?
They're talking about Chicago to play with Derrick Rose. They're going to amnesty Boozer and have to move one other player to free up the cap.
Now, my thing is now, though, that was the talk a couple days ago. Now, though, all of a sudden, Phil Jackson. Like Dwight Howard said it. He said it. He was like this. He goes, I was pissed I left LA because I wanted Phil Jackson to coach me. And so many of those players that came to LA were under the impression that Jackson would coach them.
Rockets are nasty right now.
Yeah, they are.
They are real nasty.
Two games are nasty though.
Okay.
I'm just saying they do look nasty. They fucking Pacers though. But then again, the fucking Spurs beat the fucking Heat.
Oh, they demolished the Heat.
It's,
That wasn't even a game,
it's so
dude.
up in the air, man.
Dude, the beautiful thing about cheering for a team in the East is you look at the cupcakes and the bad teams and the bad coaches and the lack of talent in the East, and you look over to the West and realize I only have to play one of you, and you fuckers have to beat up on each other to get to play me.
What team do you think is scary in the West right now?
Right now, today,
Who would you not want to play in the West in the playoffs?
Spurs.
Spurs?
I'm sorry, but
I mean, underdog team, like under the radar team in the West.
I'm not even worried about the Thunder. I will never be worried about the Thunder as long as Westbrook's there. I'm just not. I'm sorry. If Kevin Durant wants to win a championship, it's not going to be with Westbrook.
Right.
I'm telling you that one. He will never, ever win a championship with that man as his point guard. Period. Not going to happen. I don't care what any of you say. I don't want to play Golden State. I don't want to play the Clippers.
Right.
I mean, so any team outside of San Antonio, those two teams I don't want to play. I mean, there's...
Right. I mean, Houston was kind of down in there, but I mean...
Harden is a monster, and Harden's been to the finals. Now, he got abused in the finals, but he's at least been there and can look at these guys and be like, this is what you need to do.
Right.
Like, jump on my back. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to get it done.
When I look at stuff, see, when I think...
I think if you hit the drop down from season, if you scroll up.
See, Houston is sitting in Houston is only 3 games back of the lead now. Houston might end up being the best team in the conference.
And if Portland puts it together, they're super talented. But if we go look at the East, I mean, the East is weak.
I tell you who a team. Everybody's going to get sick of me. I know. I'm going to tell you who I will not want to play if they're healthy.
The Lakers.
Yeah, we could play the Lakers right now. In the East, who do you think I'm thinking? Who do you think is a dangerous team in the East right now? If they, because now.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. The Bullets.
The Bullets. The Wizards, formerly known as the Bullets.
The Wizards.
The Wizards. They're dangerous, dude.
See.
They're like the new Nuggets, kind of.
The new Nuggets.
Mm-hmm. The new Nuggets. And, dude, now they got Autogram playing. Now they got,
Porter.
Jesus
Christ. Do you know how many people are watching the show and have even heard of Autogram?
Autogram.
Holy cow. Wasn't he a center for the Raiders? In the 30s?
That motherfucker had a Jesus Christ starter jacket. I'm telling you,
he was
that's
there
how
when they
old
parted the Red Sea.
Otto Porter, Otto Porter.
Do you know where he went to school?
I have no idea.
Otto Porter? He went to Georgetown.
No, I know Otto Porter went. I said autograph.
Oh.
I'm like, I don't know where he went to school. Shit, that
He
was
went
like
to school with
50
Jesus.
years ago. But
Damn.
Otto Porter's looking good, and now they got Nene's backup coming in and getting a lot of playing time and looking good and they're winning games. Now, what happens if Nene comes back? You know, and all of a sudden
they got to play. They'll have to open up a series at Chicago.
Yeah.
And since they don't reseed, they'd have to play. So 1 plays 8, 2 plays 7, 3 plays.
But they're only a game and a half. Shit, they might pop up. Well, even so, they'd still be playing.
So if they flip flop with Chicago, the difference is being home and away.
Home and away.
Is Toronto third?
Yeah.
Name 2 players on Toronto's starting 5. I'll wait.
2 players on the main guy.
Who was traded there? Actually, no, they sent him packing.
No, who's their main guy?
Yeah, No, you don't get the click.
I know, I'm going to click, man, because I can't remember.
Yeah, because no one can. No one can. That's my point.
I know.
That's my point. That's my point.
The only player I know, and I'm going to say, I just can't remember his name.
Trevor Ariza? I don't even think he plays with them anymore.
DeRozan.
Oh, DeMar DeRozan?
Yeah, that's the only player I could have told you.
Go, Kyle Lowry.
That's it, huh?
Kyle Lowry.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he's playing.
Yeah, those two.
DeMar DeRozan. That's the only player that I can
And I'm going to tell you what, after looking at the other 3 guys, no, still don't know.
Oh, and Hansbrough.
Who?
Tyler Hansbrough plays on
Who?
the team. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, but so where do you honestly think? Do you think Carmelo will stay in Nick? And will Jackson want him to be in Nick? Let me tell you something right now. I'm going to tell you something right now, everybody. I hate to fucking say this shit. This is fucked up. You know who could be a Nick?
Don't you even say who I think you're about to say. Nah.
Why?
Because
he's fucking big city. Fucking, you got a great coach. He could look at getting maybe another few rings there because you know you're gonna. He knows the guy's gonna be the GM and put the talent around him, and you know
how
fucking
Phil
Jackson.
How would they afford that?
They're gonna dump the whole fucking the over the hill gang, shorty. They're gonna put him right in the Sunrise fucking retirement home.
I would honestly, I would rather see him be a Laker.
Really?
I don't want him to play with Carmelo.
I don't think he'll play with Carmelo.
Carmelo will be there.
They'll maybe kick him off to Chicago.
because he's going to need somebody else. He doesn't want to do it by himself. And look, here's the thing. Everyone wants to hate on LeBron James, and that's exactly who he's talking about. Everyone wants to hate on LeBron James, saying he can't do it by himself. You people fail to understand. No player in the history of basketball has ever won an NBA championship by himself. But LeBron James honestly came the closest. If you go back and you look at that team he took to the NBA Finals where they absolutely got dismantled, and I think they got swept, look at that team. No, seriously, look at that team.
Yeah.
So Zydrunas Ilgauskas, Mo Williams, my mom, Kevin's aunt, and LeBron James. That was your starting five. And, like, he took them to the NBA Finals. And, like, everyone, you can hate on them as much as you want, but this sport you can't do by yourself.
I'm going to tell you who came close to doing it by themselves is fucking Pippen.
That 1 year.
Yeah. He came close.
Because all they did was take away Jordan, and he then became the man.
He was pretty fucking close. And so was, to me was I'm
Iverson
gonna tell you
close.
I'm gonna tell you a person who I thought I could say, I mean, he didn't do it by himself, but I'm gonna tell you what is Hakeem.
When was he there without Clyde Drexler?
Yeah, he was with Clyde Drexler.
Yeah, that's 2 Hall of Famers. We're not talking about 2 good players. We're talking about 2 Hall of Fame players.
Can I retract that statement? Can I retract that statement?
Look, I am not a basketball historian. I mean, maybe there was. Maybe Oscar Robertson did it. Maybe Wilt Chamberlain did it. But I mean, if you have to go back that far, when basketball has evolved, basketball's probably evolved more than any other sport. Athletic-wise.
Wilt Chamberlain might have did it one of the years when he was with the Lakers. When he was just killing. He almost did it in Philly by himself.
I know Kareem didn't do it by himself.
I tell you the perfect example of a player who always had to do it by himself, and he came close. But I tell you 2 players that came really fucking close to doing it by themselves. There's 2 players I'm thinking. Who
Okay, you've said 2 players 4 times now, so I'm just waiting for you to tell me. I don't know.
Allen Iverson?
Well, I said that 2 seconds ago. Yeah, I said Allen
Iverson?
Iverson.
Yeah, that's probably why I didn't know.
I said
who the fuck is Allen?
I said Allen Iverson almost did it himself.
Oh, and Charles Barkley.
And they got beat by the Lakers. Charles Barkley's never made it to the finals, has he?
Yeah, 1 year he made it to the finals.
With what team?
76ers, I think. Or maybe it was Phoenix.
I think it was Phoenix, and they got destroyed by Jordan.
Yeah. Something like Charles Barkley. He did make it to the finals one time, you know?
Yeah. So,
anyway.
Put it this way. What I'm getting at is basketball is a really hard sport to win by yourself.
Right.
But with that said, if LeBron goes to New York... Because the other factor you have to think about with Carmelo is his wife. His wife is a TV personality. Mm-hmm. She's not going to want to go to Chicago.
Yeah. Not a lot of TV in Chicago.
Yeah. And they
can get on Chicago Fire.
They're talking about word on the street is Chicago might be the next Detroit.
It's getting bad.
I ain't from Chicago, but
Shameless.
Great show.
Chicago PD.
Never
you seen that one?
Mm.
I watched the first episode.
Breaking
I
Bad?
know we're not talking.
You watched Breaking Bad yet? You have?
I've been watching. I watched like the first 4 episodes, then I said, "Fuck, I haven't had a chance."
It's tough, and that's what it is. You're gonna find yourself where you watch 2 or 3, and you're like,
I want to watch it. If I had it on DVR, because
don't you have it on Netflix?
Yeah, but I fucking don't feel like it's not convenient with the computer and shit.
First world problems.
Yeah, I know, man.
Get yourself an Apple TV.
I watched Chicago PD just today for the first time when I was walking the treadmill. I put it on. It's like 8 episodes into it. I was like, snaps.
Sugar snaps or just snaps?
Sugar snaps. It was good.
Shit's
Motherfuckers
real.
was getting their heads cut off and shit.
So where's Carmelo going? I know we did a video on this not too long ago, but things have changed. Now that
Yeah.
Phil Jackson might be in the mix, where's he going?
Mm-hmm.
Is LeBron James going to opt out? Because he can opt out at the end of the season.
Where's LeBron going?
All 3 of them can opt out.
Mhm.
Because I don't think Dwayne Wade's coming back.
Mhm.
Dwayne Wade's done. They're not going to make it to. If they make it to the finals, they won't win the championship. And I don't think the Heat are going to make it to. If LeBron has to, like you said, if LeBron has to score 61, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Because that's not his game. That's
Yeah.
not.
And if he has to keep doing that to get him deep into the playoffs, he's going to be fried.
That's the reason he left Cleveland. Because that's what he has.
And
to
he's
do.
just not built for that shit. I mean, he's big guys aren't built to fucking be running up and down the way he is.
The way he plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just is not built for that. He's not like a Durant and Wiry, or he's not like a big man who just sits on
And
the
he
basket.
takes the ball to the basket and he plays defense. He's
Yeah.
usually on your best offensive
He does
player.
it all.
He
And
plays
he's
both
fucking
ends.
6'8". I mean, I don't want to see the Heat win, but LeBron's nasty.